What's going on, everybody? Alex with you here again as usual. Thanks for dropping by for yet another chess video. I wanted to start this video off by wishing everybody a happy new year. I know I'm 12 days late, but happy 2024. It's January 12th right now, and hopefully everybody has had good holidays and are starting the year off right. Okay. Also, another thing that I want to share with you guys is this nice, really soft sweatshirt that I ended up getting as a Christmas present from a good friend of mine, Derek, who has in fact started his own YouTube channel. I'm going to leave in the description below one of the videos that I've actually done together with him. So if you guys are interested in seeing sort of my quirky side, be sure to check out that video below. It's kind of funny all the way through. What I'm gonna do today is I wanted to share with you guys this new purchase that I made off of Amazon, and it's this sort of little tiny chess computer, this chess G860. We're gonna be taking a look at some of the features, what it does. It is a commonly sold item on Amazon, and I think part of the reason why it's been a commonly sold item is because of all the holidays and people out there are looking for different chess ideas for gifts for either their children or their loved ones, relatives, friends. I think it retailed for about $40. Another thing that Amazon mentioned for this particular item before I even press the purchase button is that this happens to be a frequently returned item. So I'm gonna show you what this item is all about. Hopefully you will find this video interesting. I haven't posted in like 3-4 weeks, something like that, and hopefully you guys are still enjoying my videos, still find me interesting. I wanted to also give a big hooray to finally reaching 5,000 subscribers. It's like the big momentous occasion for me. I didn't ever think I was gonna reach 5,000 subscribers, but here we are. In fact, we surpassed that, and like I said, I couldn't have made this possible without you guys. So thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for following my videos. Thank you for watching this video too. So part of the reason why I haven't been able to make any videos within the past like month or so is, well, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, I've had some relatives that flew up from north and south to stay with us for an extended period of time. In fact, today we've been able to escort to the airport the last one of the family members, and yeah, things have been pretty busy here. Now, the bigger reason why I haven't really been able to make another video is that our family, being containing 4 people, me, my wife, and our 2 kids, are now finally +1. My wife has been pregnant for the past 9 months, and we have officially on the 30th of December welcomed a new family member into our family, a beautiful little girl. So as you could probably imagine, my life has been kind of all over the place. It's going to be a big transition to now that we're a family of 5. So very cool, very cool. Anyways, so this item that I'm going to be showing you guys today, this chess G860 little device. I purchased it. I think it retailed from like $39, $40. I didn't really know what to expect, but I wanted to purchase this specifically because it's sort of in that budget range for a lot of people that might be looking for like gift ideas or something. And I wanted to show it up close and kind of show you guys what this is all about, so that in fact, if you are looking for some kind of a chess gift idea, you know, you might be able to make a better informed decision after watching this video whether this might be something that you'd want to purchase. $39 may seem like an insignificant sum to some people, but then again, if $39 is something that has been part of your budget for a chess set of some kind, and then now you're $39 short of maybe getting that ideal chess set that you've been always wanting, you know, that might make a sort of a determining factor whether or not you're going to consider getting this item. The box is relatively small. I purchased this, and I actually also purchased Levy Rosman's How to Win at Chess book, which hopefully I will be reviewing in the next video. I'm actually about this far through it. I've been reading it. Really nice book. Well, I'm not going to talk much about this book because I want to devote an entire video, which I will hopefully do in my next video, to kind of talking a little bit about some of the key things that I'm enjoying about this particular book. But the little chess computer kind of looks more or less sort of like this. It's got this little kind of a screen. It's one of those old school screens where it's not really LCD or anything, but it does have backlighting. I'll show you guys in just a second what it looks like on the back side. The back paneling here has a little speaker here in the middle that is quite loud. On the very top we have this little screw right over here that once you unscrew that, you remove the back paneling, and there's two slots for AAA batteries inside. So it uses two AAA batteries that are actually not included in the package. So in case you decide to purchase this particular product, be sure, if it's a gift, purchase AAA batteries in addition to that. On the very top right over here, we do have a little kind of space for a stylus. This stylus comes out. It's just a little tiny plastic stylus right over here. And it kind of nicely tucks right back into that spot at the very top, to where you always have the stylus with you, so you don't need to worry about like whether or not you remember to bring the stylus. Inside the box there's an additional stylus, and I'll tell you about that here in just a second why. Once we turn the device over to the front, you will see here a relatively large screen. It's not as big of a screen maybe as we would like to have, but it's relatively big. And then on the side, there's not a whole lot. There's these little plastic ridged areas here for you to be able to hold this sort of without it slipping or anything. On the bottom, there's a sign that says chess. And that's about it. There's not really any buttons so much so on, like there's no on or off button on this. The back has a little thing for reset. So I'm guessing if the device like glitches or freezes or something, you can always press that reset button. The screen itself has quite a bit of reflection properties to it. So as you see here, as I'm moving it around, it's not hard to see it, but especially when you have it turned off, it kind of reflects the light quite a bit, as you see right over here. When you input the batteries in the back, you will get the notation that'll show up as you see on the sides, but when the AAA batteries are not placed inside, you won't actually see those. So there's kind of an overlay. Now the screen itself, like the board, is permanently there, but these numbers and the on-off will actually only appear when you put the batteries in. Now when you press it in, it will have this sort of backlighting that we see right over here. You do have the option of turning the backlighting off or on. There is no intermediate. Like, I wish that they would have like different levels of backlighting. If I'm playing at night or something, it would make sense for me to have it at backlighting, but not like too intense. You also can have a speaker on, speaker off. Also, I would like to see maybe if there was a gradation to where, like, oftentimes we'll see with the speaker will have like soft speaker, a little bit louder, a little bit louder. We have here just one option, on or off. So that's that. I'd like to keep it off because otherwise it can get a little annoying because it is pretty loud. Okay, there's 20 levels of difficulty. As you can see right over here, I was playing at level 20. When you go ahead and press P here, it'll bring you to the pause, and then I believe you can just exit by mode. Here we go. Mode, exit, here we go. You can play chess, like the regular chess. You can play chess library, which sets up different moves for you, and then you can play from those positions. You can play draughts as Connect 4, okay? Now let's say you choose to play chess. At this point you press S and P. Here, another option is that you can either play against a computer or you can play against another person. There's a reason why you get two of these plastic styluses in this particular product, is that you can put it on the table and have two people play against each other. If you wanted to do it that way, you have that option available. You can play against the computer. You can play as white, you can play as black. You can choose which side you want to play as. And then, there we go. Also, you can change the levels. So you can go all the way from level 1 to level 20. Now, I do want to say that at level 1, when you're playing against the computer, the moves that the computer will make doesn't take the computer a very long time to make the moves, and it seems like the overall playing style is pretty quick. Once you put it to level 20 though, and then we'll go ahead and press start. So just go ahead and press SP.
and then your time starts clicking. So I'm gonna go, the reason why I'm kind of pushing is because I'm actually looking through the camera. You push it through to here. Now let's see how long it's gonna take for the computer to make their first move. So we can see the counter here on the top. So far 8 seconds. It could take a pretty long period of time actually, and while it's doing that, while it's trying to make its first move, one of the things I wanted to say, maybe one of the reasons why this is a commonly returned item is possibly because of the way that, okay, so it took it 23 seconds, and let's say that now it's my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and take, and now we're going to see how long it takes him to make the next move. The touchscreen is not as sort of responsive as I would like it to be. Given that this device sort of boasts of having a touch screen, you have to almost like press into it a little bit. Like it's not, I wish that the touch screen was a lot more sort of receptive, or I guess more sensitive, but you can actually use your finger to push on these and it'll still work, but it almost kind of responds by you physically pushing into the screen a little bit. So you have to, you can't just like hover your stylus over it and then sort of like make it work. You have to actually physically press into it. And maybe that's another reason why this particular device is kind of like, well, you know, some people may have expected that if it said touch screen, it would be like a pretty good touch screen technology. Now, let's talk a little bit about the pieces themselves. As you can see, they're a little bit tricky to, at least at first, to understand which one's what. That is supposed to be a rook. That weird looking thing is a knight. Then the bishop kind of looks like these 3 pieces here, or 4 pieces, kind of look very similar. See, it's like bishop kind of looks similar to the king, and the king looks similar to the queen. So at first I found it to be a little bit confusing. I wish, since this device pretty much does only one thing, maybe they would have made it look more like, at least like the 2-dimensional thing that we see at like chess.com or Elite Chess, where those pieces look a lot more like the knight probably should have been made. So okay, so 2 minutes and 8 seconds to make that move. So here I tried to touch it, but I have to actually physically like press it in and put it on this corner. So yeah, that's kind of it. I feel like if you're gonna play at higher levels on this thing, then you should probably take into consideration the fact that it does take the computer quite a long time to like decide what it's gonna move. So it's not a bad product, and I feel like it's been made sort of to, you know, give you what you're looking to get. But at the same time, you know, given that this product is like $40, it doesn't give you the best chess experience, at least for me. And again, you know, I am a little bit more spoiled. I've tested out many different chess boards. I've tested out many different chess devices, computers, all that type of stuff. And I know how even an AI chess should respond. So to me, like if something took this long to play, I would be a little bit kind of frustrated maybe. I like to have, like even at level 20, this chess computer thing needs to be moving a lot quicker. So yeah, that's that. And like I said, if you're looking to get it as sort of as a gift for somebody, it still is a pretty good product, even though it may take a little bit of time. I remember having one of these when I was growing up. It was just a little bit different, but I think somebody purchased it for me as a gift one time, and I used it for a little while. It was interesting. That was back before I even had like smartphones. Back in like 2004, 2003, I used to have one of these. I think it came with a stylus as well, but yeah. Another thing is that it does save. It does have a memory. You can turn it off once you're ready and you want to pick it up where you left off. All you have to do is just press it, and you'll continue waiting for the computer to make their move. So it's an interesting product, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily want this company to look at my video and be like, you totally dissed on our product or whatever, but I would have to say that
if there's going to be a product that sort of does one thing and one thing only, and that is giving us the option of playing chess on a phone-like device at a relatively good price, it needs to do it flawlessly, okay? So the touchscreen needs to be like as good or better than smartphones, which is hard to achieve because we're not dealing with an advanced screen like we would expect in smartphones, but at least find a way to make everything like work very flawlessly, very quickly. The chess levels, regardless of whether it's level 1 or level 20, need to be able to work quick. I mean, I would basically have a hard time sitting there and waiting for the computer to make a move when I'm already ready to go. Like I might not have an hour and a half for the computer to basically figure out the whole game. I might really just need to make a quick game for 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever, and get going. Not a lot of us have a substantial amount of time. Would I recommend this product to, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, honestly. I wonder who this is aimed at. Who would this product be a product that would be like, okay, this is the type of person that would definitely benefit from this? If this was 2005, I would say fantastic. Back in 2005, I believe, is when YouTube just started, so we probably wouldn't even have this channel. But if I was reviewing it back in 2005, I would say, great, yeah. If you want a little chess computer on the go, there you go. You could still play Yahoo Chess at that time on your personal computer or whatever. But if you wanted a little bit of chess practice while you're going, here you go. This is great. Given that everybody and their grandma has a smartphone nowadays, it's like, well, this is competing directly with smartphones, and smartphones not only give us the option of playing chess, they also give us the option of playing chess online, Lead Chess. They also give us a slew of all kinds of other different options. That it's basically going up against pretty high competition. It's like me being on YouTube talking about chess things, and I'm going up against pretty high competition such as this guy. There's no competition there. So would is this product worthwhile, worth your time? Maybe for like a child or somebody who doesn't really have access to like a computer, or you just wanted to get some kind of a gift for maybe a nephew or somebody, possibly. But then again, if somebody's really into chess, they probably benefit a lot more from like a physical chess board, a whole lot of different boards that we've discussed on this channel. They would probably benefit from something more, or get like a bigger board, a bigger electronic board, like one of the Chestnut, Chess Up type of things. At least those are, a little bit more useful. They let you play online, that type of thing. This, unfortunately, I don't think it allows you to play online. There's no real ready way for you to connect this to Wi-Fi or whatever. And like I said, because the amount of different sort of options is very limited on this device, it has a very limited range for, who is this going to be for exactly. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for my next video, or one of my next videos. I wanted to make a couple of different videos here within the next couple of days, maybe, to sort of play catch up a little bit. But I am going to be reviewing this really fantastic book written by Levi Rozman, aka Gotham Chess, and I do want you guys to stay tuned for that, because I'm actually not going to review the book until I finish it. So I'm about third of the way through. I'll probably finish it within the next couple of days. Already, I would have to say that this book is worth its money, especially for people who are rated somewhere between 0 to 1300. But even for people that are rated beyond 1300, this book is still gonna have plenty of cool things to sort of be as a refresher, or even things that we didn't even anticipate. Like one of the things that I was reading here, that I'm actually reading this book word for word, so I don't want to just give a review for a book that I haven't read. But one of the things he was mentioning is that I guess some of the things that you don't pay attention to, for example, that if your opponent has a king and a knight, or a king and a bishop, and you only have a king, it's an automatic draw due to insufficient material to mate. So if for example, the opponent has a pawn a knight and a king, and you're afraid that that pawn is going to get promoted to a queen, you can actually sacrifice, for example, your bishop, the only bishop you have. So let's say you have a king and a bishop. You can sacrifice your bishop and take their pawn, and if they take back with either their knight or their king, and you end up with a king and they end up with like a king and a knight, or a king and a bishop, you automatically get a draw. So I kind of didn't, I mean, I knew about that, but some of the little tiny nuances like this can be very helpful, I feel like, for a lot of people out there. Anyways, hope you guys have a great new year. Hope you started off right. If you had some new year resolutions, hopefully you guys will get to stick to them. I wanted to make a video also talking a little bit about some of the sort of mindset things that I've been talking and thinking about with regards to, like, how do you set your course right with regards to those New Year's resolutions, and how do you stick to them. Hopefully I will make another video here shortly in which I'll be sort of talking about that, and so stay tuned for that as well. We're also going to be getting some new electronic chessboards here, some new exciting stuff in 2024. Not immediately, but probably within the next couple of months. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And also be sure to head down below in the description. I'll leave you guys a link to that video, that funny video that is actually on my friend's page. So you guys can check it out, check us out walking and hiking on this long trail. So as always, great to see you guys. Stay tuned, play more chess, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.